This is World Chase Tag.
My name is Ben Spaloss. I'm from North Carolina. I'm representing Enso Movement. I think I'm really good at keeping low. Gonna be trying to utilize a lot of groundwork and just keeping my feet on the ground so I can keep moving. So for me, I've done some training with an oxygen mask and having the kids chase me around and stuff like that. But mostly what my training has been is just studying and psychological stuff because I'm really interested in the the mental aspect of this all. I know a lot of these athletes. I know that they're amazing athletes, but I'm excited to see what the mental aspect does to them.
My name is Änderson. Martial arts is my bedrock. I like to call it my bedrock because it's the first passion that I truly fell in love with. Not only that, but just because of the utility, the functionality of it, the life part of it, both for self-defense and development. So that was kind of the gateway to a lot of the other physical disciplines that I ended up getting into. Parkour wasn't far behind that. Even b-boy and breakdancing, capoeira, any other martial art that has dynamic movement in that type of way. Just about anything that includes your body is something that I'm super interested in too. I'm pretty confident in my ability to move through dense space because I train in the woods a lot, and the woods is constantly changing and unpredictable in its own type of way with rotted wood and branches that look sturdy and aren't sturdy, and just the earth is changing at all times, right? Because of that, the quad in many ways is kind of dense like woods. So I'm pretty confident with being able to traverse a lot of the obstacles.
We have a really diverse team, mostly kind of surrounding the North Carolina area, and we all kind of bring in a little bit of a different background. So we have Tegan, who has a track background, so he's very fast and explosive.
I'm currently sophomore at NC State University. Go Pack. I'm with Team Enso Movement. I'm also a coach there. That's actually the place where I started parkour as a kid. Really crazy to grow, and then suddenly I work there. It was always a dream to eventually work there. I was the kind of person that super analyzed everything first off, where I was all right, I gotta know what I'm doing, because these are true athletes. These are people that I am gonna be competing against. And I got there and I was whoa, this is a little bit smaller than I imagined. I was okay, this is stuff I've seen before, at my gym and stuff like that. So it kind of made this surrealness of this whole experience into I could just reach out and touch it. I mean, really. And it was really interesting for it to just kind of seem attainable. So I got on the quad, and it was really fun with my team. We just gel really well, and we just had this solid schedule. We went through it, and then they were oh, we have 30 minutes left. It was okay, cool. We can actually spend quality time and get off the quad and rip a hole in my pants. That was fun.
Gabe he's very much said that he wants to put on a show.
I think Gabriel has a big personality.
I'm sure everyone said that. Just got to cut a montage of everyone being Gabe.
Wow, it's a high pedestal, but you know what? I think I'm gonna stand on that. Yeah, I've always been a really big personality, so I guess it shows. That's the best way I can put it, yeah. I've been eyeing up certain things since we watched a lot of previous game footage, and being in there, it felt like home. Kind of put it that way. It's I've been playing it back in my head for days, and being on there, it felt great. I really was able to knock out some really basic challenges, and then just really getting to test to see how much my training has come out. Really seeing how well I can apply it. I really dig being on the quad today. We definitely worked ourselves to the bone though. I'm looking forward to a nap tonight, but I was really excited about today. Actually, Ryan, he's really a magician. There's times during our practice I thought okay, he ain't gonna catch me, and I'm running for my life again. I've felt the chase. Like I felt like an antelope and this man was a cheetah. It was weird, you know?
I think chase tag just kind of really like encompasses all the movement of parkour, but then puts that like fast competitive edge into it. You know, it's a lot of techniques with parkour, but then it's also just a lot of like primal, you know, engaging that like childlike behavior of just playing tag in the schoolyard kind of thing. I was a national wrestler in high school, and then I've been training parkour for about 9 years now and coaching about 8 of them. Coached competition gymnastics for about 4 of those years as well. I think with my wrestling background, I'm used to being a lot lower to the ground, and something like world chase tag, like out on the quad, it's a lot of like dense obstacles near each other, and I'm used to staying low to the ground and moving in on obstacles or moving in on people. So I think, you know, coming down to like my hands and feet or like quadrupedal movement is something that I've, you know, carried through my wrestling training into parkour, and it's like a big strength of mine now. Yeah, I've been thinking about that all day actually, and now that I've had practice time on the quad, I don't know, I can see both sides of it, but I think I might like chasing a little bit more when it's all said and done. And we have Mitch, our team captain, who is more of a gymnastics background, and he also connects really well. He knows how to connect with people and lead them and stay calm, so I think that's why he makes a great team captain.
One of the biggest things that we were talking about for weeks now was like, oh, we gotta practice sliding and figuring out what we can do with slides, but they had changed the floor a little bit, so it was a little bit different. Try to just do a lot of like things that we might need to break, so there might have been a couple jumps that were like things that we really needed to, that I wasn't sure like how big they were from just the videos, like the quad tactics videos, and then figuring out if I actually have the ability to do those and if it was efficient or if it was just like a big jump that I really didn't need to do. So that was a big amount of it, and then after that, the quad practice that we did was just entirely like chasing and just doing little mock chases as fast as we could, seeing how winded we could get and how hard it was to recover. So I think parkour, a lot of people have a lot of different learning styles, and that's one of the things I love about parkour is just how varied it can be and how there's a lot of like really important classic leeway, and that's really what made me enjoy parkour more in the first place and moved me away from gymnastics, was that like freedom to move and like the freedom to be strong for myself. And like I think that can kind of be a huge value in something like World Chase Tag, because I'm having to constantly think and adapt at every single second, and like making things my own and being able to think and formulate what I want to do, it gives me a really good advantage in like figuring out how to solve a problem that I'm stuck in when I'm on the quad.
I'd say that, like, you know, during my journey through movement, I definitely had some stumbles, and it's really just that pushing forward, this was like something I always had in my mind that I really wanted to, I don't know, I guess how I say it is like with Chase Tag, it helps really show like where's all the movement coming from. How well can I express myself out there? And I'm definitely looking forward to like kind of showing out and really representing Atlanta and my family and just the whole like parkour community down here.
I'm most looking forward to facing GNF. Julius was my teacher. I'm gonna, you know, absolutely destroy him. He's gonna guess what's coming. So
with them being a returning like team from like, you know, competing overseas, it definitely was kind of daunting thinking about like, you know, the roster they got. When I met them over this time and then just like looking back at their footage, you know what? I'm ready to take down the best.